Fine. If you guys, again, go ahead and watch all the call recordings back. Pretty much goes over how to build your store, how to create the content for it, and then also how to use AI to run your store. Now, today's call is going to be, as you guys might see on the screen, is going to be on how to fulfill your first orders. So we are going to have Elliot back as well, and he's going to walk us through these things on how to fulfill our first orders and things like that. But we do have a couple things that I want to go through first before we get into that. But yeah, that's kind of the what we're going to be going over on today's call. So, someone said, Diva, how did you market it? Do you want to? It's up to you if you want to divulge on how you marketed your product. Did you do paid ads? Did you do organic? What did you do? Um, Paid ads on Facebook. There we go, as well as TikTok. Nice, nice. Yeah, I like paid ads on Facebook a lot. Which What time is it? What time is it? 12:05. Let's give it like another minute for anybody that might be joining in late. I know we're gonna have like some late stragglers. I remember on a couple of the calls, there would be people that are joining like with like 20, 30 minutes left. So I want to give everyone a chance before we get into this because I mean fulfilling your orders is a pretty important part to e-com, right? I mean, if you're not fulfilling your orders, then not really running a business there. So you need to be fulfilling orders, and we're going to walk through exactly how to do that today. So um, after day five, I'm able to get any support in case I need clarity. Yeah. So inside of the, I know we talked about it briefly in the other webinar calls, but inside of the summer offer, and we'll kind of go over that later in the call today as well. But you do get 24/7 support in there with coaching and everything like that. So again, I'll kind of explain that again a little bit later in this call today if you haven't seen that already. Um, Let's see. All right, cool. So I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Anybody that is joining late, they are going to get the call recordings as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and actually get started with everything here. Let me move this chat over here to the left side just so it's not in my way. Okay, so again, today is day four of the 5-day webinar where we're going to go over pretty much how to start your store. And today's call is going to be on how to fulfill your first orders. So again, I'm going to be your host. My name is Adam Palameke. I've been doing e-commerce or drop shipping for 5 years now, since I was 17 years old. I'm 22 now, so getting a little up there. And then we're also going to have Elliot on the call today as well. He was on one of the calls earlier today, and he's kind of one of our e-commerce dropshipping experts here at Zendrop. So it'll be good to have him here and pretty much show us how to do or how to fulfill our orders as well today. So again, we are going to be your host for today. Now, really quickly, what to expect from this 5-day live series. As most of you guys that have already been here, you guys know that first day we went over building your store using AI. So if you guys did follow along, you would have gotten a store completely built using AI. Took like 10, 15 minutes. We showed you exactly how to do that. Again, if you missed that, you are going to have the call recording to that. So you can go ahead and watch that back and just follow along with it. And then day two was about creating ads and content for your product and for your store using AI. So instead of having to film yourself for your ads or whatever it might be for organic content, we went over how to use AI to create, whether that be static image ads or how to create video UGC ads. So that was covered in day two. Again, call recording to that is sent out to your email, and we'll also at the end of the call, we'll drop the link for those if you guys don't have them. And then day three, which was yesterday, which is on how to scale your store with AI. Well, yesterday wasn't really much about like scaling. Yesterday was more about like how to run your store with AI. And tomorrow's call will be on how to start scaling it using AI as well. But yeah, this is pretty much what we've kind of covered so far up to this point. But now today, on what you're going to learn today, first thing is going to be how orders flow automatically from your store through Zendrop. Second thing is going to be how to enable and configure auto fulfillment in just a couple of minutes. Then the third thing is going to be how to set up customer tracking notifications and low stock alerts. And then four is going to be Oh, Jesus. How to handle returns, out of stock situations, and customer questions. And then at the end, we'll probably just answer a couple questions you guys might have on these that we went over. But again, that's pretty much going to be everything that we're going to cover over in today's call. With that being said, I'm going to go over and hand it off to Elliot. And he's pretty much just going to walk us through everything on fulfilling orders and things like that. So let me go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Adam. Welcome, everybody, to day 5. Really good to see everybody and some familiar faces again. As Adam said, I'm going to take you through the process of fulfilling your orders. Now, with Zendrop, it is very easy to fulfill your orders. Okay, we have auto order fulfillment. So let's say you're selling this product here on this store, and you can see the same product here on Zendrop. So you've already connected your store and added this product to your store. As soon as you make a sale, a customer enters in their name, their email address, their phone number. All of that information gets synced through from Shopify or whichever platform you're using. Maybe you're using Wix or ClickFunnels. It gets synced through to Zendrop. All you have to do is come into orders. In here, you'll see a snapshot of all your orders. So you'll see the unfulfilled orders. So these are orders that need to be fulfilled. Once they've been fulfilled, they'll go into processing. And then once they've been processed, they'll go into transit, which means they've been sent out. Once they go into transit, the tracking number will be added by Zendrop, and that tracking number will sync through to Shopify automatically and be emailed to your customer. So you don't have to do anything. The customer gets their tracking number, which is synced through from Zendrop. Then, of course, you can see once the order is delivered or if it's cancelled. So, for example, if the product is out of stock, you'll be notified by Zendrop and the order will be cancelled. You simply go into Shopify and you refund the customer. It's very rare that this will happen, but of course, it can happen on occasions. What I want to show you, that's the basic principle of it. Your order gets synced through here, and when you fulfill it, it gets processed, gets put into transit, tracking number updated, sent to your customer, and then delivered. You can also turn on auto fulfillment. If you toggle this on, you can fulfill your orders automatically. So maybe you can't get to your laptop or you're traveling or you're at work, whatever it is, you can just toggle this on. You can choose how often you want them to be fulfilled. So do you want them to be automatically fulfilled instantly, every day, every 24 hours? It's up to you. As long as you have credit balance to pay for your orders. So for example, this product cost $18 to fulfill. So if somebody purchases it, you need to have $18 credit balance to automatically fulfill it. So I recommend you can connect your credit or your debit card to Zendrop so that your credit balance is always topped up. So then you can automatically fulfill orders. Okay, it's very simple. That's all you have to do. Obviously, we have 24/7 customer support. So if there's ever a problem with any products in transit, a customer asks you where it is, you can't find it, it goes missing, you can contact the support team using the chat button here, and they will figure out where the order is. And then you'll see you can create a ticket under the issues tab if there are any problems with your orders. Occasionally, very rarely, but occasionally, couriers may, like in any business model, couriers can lose packages. Okay, so if it ever does happen, you just contact the customer support. But as I said, it's very rare that happens. So all of this is streamlined. You just need to toggle this on and have your credit balance topped up, and all of your orders will be fulfilled automatically. In terms of returns and refunds, I know a lot of people are concerned about this. If a product is broken or something wrong with it, or it gets lost in transit, Zendrop will refund you. You refund the customer. If there's nothing wrong with the product, you have two options. Um, you get the customer to send the product back to you, you refund them when you receive it, and you resell the product. Or if it's low cost of goods, let's say it cost you $5 to fulfill, what I do with my own store is I just refund them and let them keep the product. We lose $5. I know as a beginner, maybe that's not ideal, but once sales start coming in regularly, on my store, the return rate is about 1.5%. So because our return rate is so low, we just refund customers and let them keep it. And our cost of goods is also very low. So that's basically it in terms of the dashboard. All of your orders will come in here. All you have to do is either click fulfill all if you're going to do it manually, or you turn on auto fulfillment, top up your credit balance, and your orders will be fulfilled automatically. Very, very simple. And you'll see a snapshot in here of exactly where your orders are. Are they being processed? Are they in transit? Are they being delivered. And you'll see a list of all your orders in here as well. We will come back into these slides quickly so we can go over a few more things. Um, so let me just reopen the slides. So we have this checklist. So just make sure your account is connected to your store. Um, make sure auto fulfillment is toggled on as I showed you. Make sure you have a shipping method set up in Shopify. Um, so when you create a Shopify store, there will be shipping methods created by default in there anyway. Um, make sure your shipping time frame is listed on your product pages. So you set the expectation with your customers. Is it going to be, how long is it going to be? And you can find this in Zendrop. Let me just reshare this with you again. So let me just show you where you can find this. So in here, you can see the shipping times. You can see this is 8 days. So just make sure this is listed on your product page. Um, and then you obviously want to have a return policy. Again, you can set that up with templates on Shopify, and you have your own customer support. So you've got an email where customers can contact you about the products, about their orders. As long as you've got all of this set up, you're pretty much ready to go when it comes to order fulfillment. We have gone over this process. Order is placed, synced through, the product shipped out, and the tracking number is automatically synced through. And as I say, you just need to enable auto fulfillment, as I've already shown you. Just toggle it on. Um, we've gone over some of these fulfillment worries. So shipping takes too long. Well, with Zendrop, you can ship with in 8 days. Products going out of stock, it's automatically synced. The stock is automatically synced. So if the stock goes out on Zendrop, it will show as sold out on your store. And we've already gone over how to handle refunds. Of course, if you do have any further questions, you can leave them in the chat. Now I'm going to hand it back over to Adam.
There we go. I couldn't get my Zoom to open back up again. There we go. All right, now, really quickly before we continue from here, does anyone have any kind of questions on everything that we just covered just there? What if the product I want to drop ship isn't on Zendrop, so you can actually request it inside of Zendrop, and you'd be able to get the product that you want to get. All right, let me go ahead and pop up my screen real quick here now. All right, let me know if you guys can see my screen. Make this bigger here. Can everyone see my screen? Yes? No? Um, Please answer how to check sample order. So when you're in your so when you select on the product in Zendrop that you want to like that you want to start selling, when you select on it inside of Zendrop, there's going to be a button that just says order sample, and then you can order the sample to you. How was there 185 reviews with 0 sales? Are they imported from Zendrop? I don't believe that they are imported from Zendrop. You can use other tools to import reviews onto your store. Um, so yeah. Okay. So really quickly, I want to cover a couple more things real quick before we get into like the full on Q&A here. So why beginners end up always going further with Zendrop. It's because you have the winning products to start with. The amount of products that are already inside of Zendrop, as you guys have already seen. There's just there's so many that you can choose from. And again, like someone asked earlier, they were saying, what if the product I want isn't on Zendrop? again, you can go ahead and request for that product, and then they can go ahead and start sourcing it for you as well. Then sourcing from trusted suppliers, US and China suppliers already connected inside of Zendrop, so you know you're always going to be getting the best suppliers with the best shipping possible, rather than going with like AliExpress, Alibaba. Order fulfillment that runs itself, as we kind of just covered just now with Elliot there, pretty much just showed how everything can automatically be fulfilled and we don't have to really worry about it. There's not really much headaches. As soon as an order comes in, if we have that auto fulfillment feature turned on, then every single order that we're getting is going to be automatically fulfilled all for us right there. So makes it super easy to run as well. And then on top of that, having the live coaching, 24/7 support, order issues and refund help. So any issues you might have, any questions you might have, you can always reach out, because again, you do have that live coaching, the weekly calls, the community, and then also that 24/7 store support at any time. So now, again, a lot of these things that we are talking about are inside of this summer offer where you are going to get the $100 in order fulfillment credits while also getting the image credits as well. So those are the AI UGC video and image credits. So that you're able to create content and then market your store. And I know we talked about on this call today about fulfilling your orders, where if you do take up the summer offer, you are going to get that $100 in order fulfillment credits. So um, that means the first $100 that you would have spent in fulfilling your orders, it's all covered by Zendrop, when you sign up for this summer offer. So, does anyone have any questions about the summer offer and everything like that, about the order credits? I know some people in the last calls kind of had some questions about the actual order credits, fulfillment order credits on how that works. And I know some people also had questions on the image credits. Anybody that has already signed up and maybe has questions, feel free, ask them here and I'll kind of answer those now. Or if you haven't signed up and you're kind of just thinking about it, and you have questions about the kind of fulfillment credits, the order credits, or um, everything else that's kind of inside of the offer, then again, feel free to ask. Um, Facing any shot as I'm from Brazil, for instance, taxes, or I will not have all options available, like areas that the product could be sold. So any issue that I have to worry with. So you don't have to be selling to Brazil. What you can end up doing is if you're gonna run ads, like paid ads to like the United States, like you can be from Brazil and then run ads to the US or run ads to Canada or to Europe, whatever you want. Um, so again, you don't need to worry about like selling in Brazil. It doesn't have to be selling in Brazil. Do existing Zendrop customers get image credits? So if you are on like the monthly option and you want to join and take up the summer offer, it is to the annual plan, so you can upgrade to the annual plan, and then you would get all these credits right here. So, uh, what does P/C on the listings mean? I'm not too sure what you mean. I would need to like see it to see what you're talking about. But yeah, like Abdel, if you want to upgrade from the monthly to the annual, then you'll get everything inside of here. Just make sure that you go over to zendrop.com/summer. You're already on the annual plan from last year. Then if you're on the annual plan for last year, then I'm not too sure. I don't believe so then. I believe then you just have to purchase the credits for it. We can pay monthly or in one shot, 192. There is a monthly option, but if you go with the monthly option, you don't get the AI UGC video and image credits, and you don't get the fulfillment credits, um, and a couple other things as well. So yeah. But if you do sign up for the 192 annual, it does give you all these features. So like again, kind of like one of the biggest things, kind of try to explain with the fulfillment credits is if you are selling a product, let's just say it costs you $10 to source this product. So that's product costs and also shipping it. Let's just say it costs you $10 to source this product and to ship it out. And you're selling that product for $50. that means you would be able to cover 10 sales with this $100 in order fulfillment credits, right? And if you're selling it for $50, that means you're profiting $40, leaving you with $400 in profit. So depending on how much you're selling your product for and what your profit margins and things like that are, this $100 in order fulfillment credits essentially covers your entire yearly plan once you make a couple sales. So it does end up paying itself off. And on top of that, you are getting these video and image credits as well so that you can create the ads and content to then market your store. So, like if you were to go with the monthly option, you'd have to pay for the monthly, and then you'd have to go into Zendrop and then pay for the credits to create the video and images. Whereas if you paid for the annual, you would get that all included while also having the order fulfillment credits, which again, after a couple sales, it ends up making itself back and more. But I'm pretty sure with the 525 credits, it gives you like 10 videos or around like 50 static image ads. So images. So it ends up paying itself off usually. On top of that, like I usually say, like with the annual plan, it kind of pushes you to stick with drop shipping and to stick with e-commerce. Because if you go with the monthly option, at any time you could always just cancel and then just give up and quit. Whereas the amount of people that bought the yearly option and stuck with it is a lot higher in comparison to the monthly option because if you bought the whole year, you're kind of going to feel like you need to stick with it for the entire year because, again, you just bought the plan for the entire year. So it ends up kind of like forcing you to have to keep going with it because you already paid for the whole year. Let me see. I got a couple more questions in here. When does this promo expire? I believe it's August 31st. Um, but I don't know if they're going to shorten it, so I'm not 100% sure exactly on the date, but I believe that's the current date now. Uh, Where do we view the other the other 32 other, Jesus, where do we view the 32 other premium features? So if you go over to zendrop.com/summer, that'll be where you can go ahead and get signed up. And then there'll be more information on everything that's included. But that's like coaching, the weekly calls. I'm pretty sure it's like 3 weekly group calls. You get one-on-one coaching, I believe, with that, the community and everything like that. So there's a good amount in there. But it pretty much just teaches you everything you need to know about e-commerce. I'm put like a bunch of course modules as well that pretty much go over everything. I'm in one of the weekly calls inside of that community as well. So you'll have a weekly call with me. So yeah. So if we start selling through a Shopify store, withdraw the revenue, fill up Zendrop, and you guys will take care of the rest basically. Um, I'm trying to understand what you mean. Omar, what do you mean by that question? Through a Shopify store, withdraw the revenue, fill up the Zendrop. Yeah, I'm not too sure what you mean, Omar. But yeah, Zendrop takes care of all the fulfillment. I signed up from the Morrison webinar. Do I get all those credits? I'm not 100% sure. If you signed up through zendrop.com/summer, then you will get everything that's included here. The AI built store, does that mean it's built by Zendrop already? So it's through storebuild.ai, but they're partnered with Zendrop. And yeah, it pretty much just builds your store in 10, 15 minutes. Honestly, faster than that, just depending on how fast you move. But yeah, you build that store pretty quickly. And then from there, you'll have a fully built store. And then from there, you just need to kind of tweak a couple things inside of your store to like personalize it. Then then create your AI UGC video and image ads, start pushing those out, whether you're posting organic content or if you want to start running paid ads. And then once you start making a couple sales because of these videos getting traffic to your store, you should start making some sales. And then with your order fulfillment credits, the first couple orders that you were getting, this $100 is covering that cost. So, um, And again, if you haven't built your store and you haven't created the videos and anything like that, all of the recordings to the past calls that we have are going to be sent to your email. And we can also just drop those links in the chat again. So you can go ahead and click on those links and then watch those videos all back once we kind of hop off this call as well. So we'll make sure to send all those to you so you can go ahead and watch those back and follow along. Because with day one, we did it was kind of a follow along call where you built the store with us. So, Jesus, excuse me. Like we built the store live, and all you had to do was just follow along and click the exact same buttons that we were clicking. So we pretty much just showed everyone exactly how to do that. Um, you just bought the plan. There we go. Yes, sir. If you have any questions, I know someone had a question. They bought the plan and they were asking like, "What do I just bought the plan. What do I do now?" The first thing that you should do is once you bought the plan, if you don't have a store already, the first thing you need to do is personalize the store just a little bit, and then from there, what you need to do is start creating content. Start creating the UGC video and image ads to then create the videos to start promoting your store. So, can we customize the AI built store further if needed? Yes. So, I recommend everybody, as soon as they get their AI store built, you go ahead and customize it yourself. Usually, what I like to do is look at competitor websites that are already performing very well and kind of take a little bit of inspiration from them and then make those changes on my store. But yes, you should definitely customize your store once you have got it built by AI. That's just so you can go ahead and personalize it around the product that you're selling and everything like that. So, and your brand. I asked for the built for you store pick pet supplies on Wix. It's not there yet. Brian, did you end up signing up all the way through or? How to link Zendrop to your store. If you're on Shopify, all you have to do is if you're on like the main dashboard, home screen, whatever you want to call it, if you go up to the top and then in the search bar, just search Zendrop. That'll open up the Zendrop app. Or what you can also go ahead and do is just search up zendrop.com/summer. You get signed up for Zendrop, and then it'll prompt you to connect to your Shopify store. So that's probably the easier way to go. So. How long does Zendrop take to refund a customer? Uh, it's it's not for Zendrop to refund the customer because you're the one that's receiving the money from the customer, so you would have to refund it. So that would be on your end. I thought the store was already built for me. Yes, the store is already built for you. The storebuild.ai tool pretty much builds out the foundation for your store. And everything, like pretty much the skeleton to your store. What you need to go ahead and do from your end is you need to obviously go ahead and personalize it a little bit to then actually make a brand around it. So you can't just have it build it and then just start selling as is. I highly recommend everyone always go ahead and just personalize everything just a little bit. So are all the customer details like address and email synced to Zendrop before orders are fulfilled? Yes. So as soon as an order comes in on your end on Shopify, it's connected to Zendrop. So all of the customers' email, phone number, name, address, everything automatically goes over to Zendrop. And if you have auto fulfillment on, then it's automatically fulfilled with the customer's address and all their information. Uh, there's so many questions going here right now, so excuse me guys, I'm like all the way at the top and I just see more questions coming in. So I'm gonna try and get to all of them. Basically, if we get sales through Zendrop, we can use that balance to also fulfill the orders, or are we funding that out of pocket first? Wait, basically we get sales through Zendrop, we can use that balance. So when you first start getting you're not coming out of pocket for anything when you're starting to fulfill orders. So when a customer, because you're not buying any product up front, so you are only buying the product once the customer orders from you. So again, let's just say that you're selling a product for $50 and on Zendrop, it costs you $10 for the product and also to ship it out. So when a customer gives you that $50, then automatically $10 of that will get put to buying that product and fulfilling the order, right? And then the $40, you get to keep that. Does that make sense? How to link Zendrop to your store. So again, Mike, if you go ahead and just search up zendrop.com/summer, you'll be able to go ahead and claim the summer offer and get signed up for Zendrop. And it's just going to prompt you to connect to your Shopify store. So as soon as you sign up for Zendrop, it's going to connect it, or it's going to ask you to put in your like information to connect to Zendrop and to Shopify. So. I unfortunately missed yesterday. Can you please send me recordings? Yeah, Jonas. So we're gonna go ahead and send all of those to your email, and you can go ahead and watch those recordings back. What we're also gonna do is we'll drop the links in the chat as well. So that was a little bit of an older message. I see the link in there now. Do you have to open Zendrop, then it will tell you to link to your store? Yes. Um, let's see. Can you fulfill it? Can you fulfill if I create own brand, have own products? Uh, what do you mean by that, Nastia? Let's see. If products show up sold out on cart/checkout, do we delete that product or add to archive? Are you saying it's saying sold out on your end? Let's see. Let's see. If I have bought ready store from Shopify, how do I link it to Zendrop as I'm from Oman? How do I set up payments and what address do I use? So you would just use your own address. And again, all you have to do is just search up zendrop.com/summer. You'll be able to claim that summer offer, and it's going to prompt you to connect to the Shopify store that you already have. Um, Does Zendrop refund us on a return after we refund a customer? So if the customer returns the product um, back to Zendrop, then you would get the refund, yes. So the customer, or you would refund the customer, and then the product would go back. Will there be a seminar where you will go step by step on how to make returns? Well, we could do if we have some time tomorrow, we could potentially go over that as well. Let's see, let's see. All right, I got to scroll to like the new questions just because I see 43 messages. Let's see. Running a bit late, you able to sum up? We just got up to date with the last 3 days videos. So we have all of the call recordings, Alexander. So all of the calls were recorded and those are going to be sent to your email. We can also go ahead and drop the links to all the recordings in the chat as well. So you can go ahead and copy those links and then save them, and then just go ahead and watch those afterwards. Yeah, so there we go. Right there, where day one replay, day two replay, and day three replay. You'll be able to go there. Um, are the one-on-one meetings on Zoom or something else? I believe so. Either that or Google Meet. Uh, he's talking about the $100 credit. You get all 50 of the sale until the $100 credit is consumed. Yes, yes. So again, let's just say your product costs $10 to source it and to fulfill it. So that's like the actual product cost, like how much it costs you to buy the product, and then how much it costs to ship out the product. Let's just say it costs you $10 and you're selling the product for $50. For the first $100 of credits, you would keep that $50, right? So that $10 that you are buying the product from Zendrop for and shipping it out for, that $10 goes into it. It's taken out of the $100 credit. Where is Zendrop warehouse address? I do not know the address of Zendrop's warehouse. Where is Zendrop warehouse address so I can check my payment is properly connected? You don't need why would you need the Zendrop warehouse address? How many products should you initially have for sale? Usually I like to have one main product and then a couple supporting products around that to then offer bundles. But I would just be testing. You can have multiple products on your store, but what I would do is I would pick one product that I mainly want to market and create all my ads and content around. Once I have a winning product, with like a winning angle, then what I'll do is I can go ahead and start adding on other products that are related to that one main product. Um, and then I can have like bundles and upsells and things like that so that I can increase my average order value. So that's just how much people end up spending on my store. I bought the $100 store from you guys and some of the products. I don't believe there's a $100 store that we sell. TikTok wants the warehouse address. I believe you can just put in your own address. It doesn't need to be the warehouse address because I will do sample. Yeah, that's you need to put your own address in. Not if you're gonna order a sample order, why would you set the address to the warehouse? How are you gonna pick it up? The sample order is going to you. You need to put the address as your house or where you live so that you can receive the sample. How do I see if inventory tracking is enabled in my store? So if you go over to products, so like if you're in the home page of Shopify, click on products, then click on your product, and then if you scroll down, you'll be able to see where it says like inventory, and there'll be like a number there. I'm not in US to take sample. You can order a sample anywhere. It doesn't matter. Is it possible to put before and after results on a 15 seconds ad? Yeah, for sure. To test it, create a digital product, then you don't need the address. I don't know what's going on there. Please send the previous replay. So all of the past calls are recorded and they are going to be sent to your email. So make sure to go ahead and check your email. Make sure it's the one that you signed up for this meeting with. Also, we're going to drop the links to those replays inside of the chat. So you can see right there, we have day one replay, day two, and day three. Do you recommend worldwide store? I have mine set to USA only. You can definitely sell to the entire world. It just depends on where, like, setting your store to worldwide or US only, that doesn't really do anything. It's more so about where you're marketing to. So, um, yeah. Can I brand most products and does it cost extra? Excuse me. So with Zendrop, if you grab the summer offer, I'm like 99.9% sure that you are able to brand your products. And I don't believe it costs extra. I may be wrong though. If I buy more credits, will it give me the AI with Zendrop? Um, I'm not too sure what you mean by that. If I buy more, what do you mean by if I buy more credits, will it give me the AI with Zendrop? Prompts list PDF available. I believe Manny had the prompts list from day two. Um, we'd have to ask Manny. I'm gonna see if we can maybe get the link to that and put that in the chat, but I've already joined and don't have AI. So inside of Zendrop, you have Jesus, I can't think of it. Inside of Zendrop, you'll see a tab where you can go ahead and create the AI videos. So again, we're gonna have the call recording for day two, and that'll be we'll drop the link to that in the chat. And on that day two replay, you can go ahead and click on that and then watch it. It's gonna show you exactly how to do everything. Just because it's a little tough to explain over, it's a little bit difficult to explain over just to talk and explain it without seeing it. Okay, yeah, so Kate just dropped the links to the prompts. So you guys can see the links to the prompts are right there where it's the Google Drive. Yes, you can put the branding on the product. What happens when the $100 credit and 525 AI UGC credits are exhausted? When you use them all, you would need to go ahead and then obviously purchase more, which is why with the summer offer, it kind of ends up making it worth it because you're getting your Zendrop plan, you're getting everything else along with all of these credits. Whereas if you bought the monthly, if you pay for the monthly option, you wouldn't get any of these credits and you would need to go ahead and purchase all of these together. And if you look at $100 in order fulfillment credits, you would then need to pay that $100 in order fulfillment credits on your, like you wouldn't get the credits, so you would need to pay that out of pocket. If that makes sense. Oh, there we go. And then again, you would also need to purchase the video and image credits. So again, if you guys want to go ahead and grab that, it's going to be summer or zendrop.com/summer, and then you can go ahead and claim the offer. See, I got a ton of questions. Adam, can you show us one of your actual winning meta ads? Are they static image carousels or videos? How much credits for AI video image for successful video? So I wouldn't show my current meta ads just because it shows off the product that I'm selling. Um, and it's just a new store that I'm currently launching right now. So I don't want to really give it away, especially with the product that I'm selling. It's not really too big. Um, but we do right there where Kate just dropped. There's a few samples there. That's not from my store, but um, yeah. But I will say that all of my current ads, I believe I have around 50 ad creatives currently running for my new store. I launched ads, I would say 4 days ago now, and I have a total of 50 different ad creatives there, and all of them are static image ads. The biggest thing that I'm doing with my ads currently is I have one campaign with a CBO budget, so a campaign budget. So I just set at $100 a day. And then what I did from there is inside of that campaign, I have 5 different ad sets. Each ad set is its own angle or avatar. So let's just say that I'm selling, I just got to come up with something so I don't give my product away. Let's just say that I'm selling a product that helps men with balding, right? What I'm doing is each angle is different from each other. So like let's just say one angle is guys that, or let's just say one angle with all my creatives are for, is maybe like entrepreneurs that work 10 hours a day, and because of that, they're losing their hair. So come on, tell us your product. No, Alexander, I'm not telling my product. I'm just launching this product. I cannot. Maybe once the product is off the ground and has become a bigger brand at that point, then sure, I can go ahead and show it because at that point it becomes difficult to compete with. But for the time being, I cannot be showing that right now. Typical meta ads budget look like when testing a new product. Um, I usually go, I'm a little bit like, I like to just test very fast. I usually test around like 50 to $100 a day, like right off the bat. Um, and then I try to just create as many new ad creatives every single day. Maybe not as many new ad creatives, but I try and test angles. Once I find an angle that currently works, I will create more ad creatives for that angle. Are you losing your hair at 22? I hope not. I hope not. I mean, my hair is pretty thick, so I'd like to think that my hair's all right. I don't know if my hairline's cooked. I don't know if you guys can see me. I still got my screen shared. But yeah. Um, so yeah, like I was saying, I have one campaign with a CBO, 5 ad sets. Each ad set is its own avatar/angle. Um, And then inside of each ad set, I'll have like 5 to 10 ad creatives based on that angle. Once I find an angle or an avatar that starts to perform very well, I'll then create more. I'll then create more ad creatives based on that angle or avatar. and then start testing those. Um, Finn, Finn, I'm not gonna read that out loud, but that is funny. That's exactly why I don't want to share it. And I'm not using AI UGC for that. All right, I'm sorry. How much do you recommend people start with money-wise in order to be set up for most success? So with e-commerce dropshipping, like you don't need to have the most amount of money to succeed with it. If obviously if you have more money to put into it, then it's a lot easier because you can start testing multiple things and you don't really have to worry about like your budget. Um, that's like why for me, I like to test at like 50 to $100 a day. I like to be very, very aggressive because I can be aggressive because I have the budget for it. But for people that don't really have the budget for it, that's completely fine. You can go with organic content to test, and then make some money with organic and then start to take that money and put it towards paid. So it's really up to you. Um, Can the store builder write out the privacy policy terms of use for e-commerce store, or do we need to hire a lawyer to do that separately? So you can just use like Claude, ChatGPT, whatever you want to actually write all that stuff out. You do not need a lawyer to write all that for you. If the store builder does write out the privacy policy in terms of use, can it also set it up for per region? For instance, the EU has, so for region, yeah, you can just go ahead and just use ChatGPT or Claude to actually write all of your privacy policy pages and turn or TOS and everything like that. Finn, stop laughing. Stop laughing, Finn. It's not funny. You're outing my product right now. It was supposed to be secretive. Hannah, I really want to know how can I use Shopify for my cash flow because Shopify is not supported in my country. Did you know about it? Please explain completely. Uh, I'm not really too sure what exactly you mean. How do you make Shopify store look premium instead of AI generated? That's where you need to go ahead and actually just add your own personal touches to it. That's why I like to say pull up a competitor that is performing well. It doesn't even need to be the exact same product as long as it's like the same niche. Look at their website and then kind of build off of that and kind of take some inspiration from there. But use the AI to build out the store to get like a good base and skeleton to your store, and then from there you build out around that to then get it to look premium and to look the way that you want it to. But I like to use the AI tool to build out a good base. Um, is there first five things you'd change to make a basic Shopify store look like a premium brand? There's a couple things that I like to add, like UGC type videos on there showing how my product works and things like that. So I like to have that on there, kind of just build more trust. As many reviews as possible, very clean looking images, a good color scheme that blends well with the entire store. Everything flows well. And honestly, just as much like trust building assets, if that makes sense. So like images, like every single image that you have on your store needs to serve a purpose and it needs to um, kind of answer the questions that the person or your customer might be having. On top of that, I think a big thing that is very, very overlooked is your copy. Your copy is very, very important on your store because what's it called? If you're creating ads and your angle is, let's just say whatever your angle is, it needs to align with those things. So your copy needs to align with the ads as well. Um, and your copy just needs to align with the customer. Let's see. I've joined a month ago with Morris. Why don't I have any credits? I believe in the Morrison one, you didn't use zendrop.com/summer. So this offer is only included for zendrop.com/summer. Elsa, I need you to rephrase your question. I don't understand what you mean. I don't know what you mean by I want to know how can I use Shopify for my cash flow? I don't understand that. Uh, Tell us about payment gateways. What do you want to know about payment gateways? When I see a product, I like buy it, says available from Amazon. Can I still list it? Um, yes, you can still list it. You're just getting it at like that Amazon price. Go through Zendrop and see which one, see if you can find that product and it says Zendrop fulfillment. Links for help after AI tool for base. Alexander, what do you mean by that? If I have a core design brand, can I pull that into your site design tool to maintain consistency? Um, so what you would do from there is what's it called? What you do from there is you would have the AI build the store out for you. You would then pull up a reference that you kind of want to emulate, and then you would need to go ahead and make those changes yourself inside of Shopify. Now, I've also kind of gone to a bit more of an extreme on my end. I have that, and then I also have Claude connected to a GitHub, which is then connected to a Shopify account. And then pretty much I have Claude building out a lot of these sections for me. Now, that is a very massive, crazy process that I have, and it's probably not overkill because it saved me a lot of time. But yeah, that's kind of what I've done. So usually I'll have competitor. So I'll have the AI build out the store for me. Then I'll pull up a competitor. I'll copy the link. I'll also download that entire website as a PDF, put that over into Claude, and then say I want to take our store and then kind of I obviously have like better prompting for it, but I want to take parts of this store and then put it to our store, selling our product. Claude will then build it. Then those HTML codes will go into GitHub. So I have GitHub connected into Claude, and GitHub is also connected into Shopify. And then from there, that HTML code is put into a folder through GitHub, and then that is also connected to Shopify. So all that code is put now into Shopify, and then I pretty much am through GitHub am able to have Claude build out like very custom things. I know that was very long-winded and very confusing, and it's trust me, it's still confusing to use for me. I don't really understand. I kind of understand how it works, like good amount now since I've been using it for a very long time, but yeah, that's kind of what I do. Claude build HTML code. Fuck it. Oh shit. Oh, sorry for cussing. Um, yeah, it sounds difficult. The setup isn't really that difficult. Once you kind of get it set up, it's not too bad. But how do we get prompts? How do we get those prompts all of yours? Um, Honestly, I don't have like set prompts. I have more like I had set prompts to build out a lot of these things, and then once I kind of went through those set prompts, now I can pretty much just tell it what I want. Um, Let me stop sharing my screen. So, I mean, a lot of you guys know that we're gonna go through Q&A. Let me pull up my Claude. I just want to see if I can like show anything without it exposing. I just don't want to expose what I'm doing here. I don't want to expose my store here. Let's see, I got more. Again, if you guys have questions and stuff like that, feel free to just keep dropping them in the chat. I'll be answering questions for we're going like 5 to 10 more minutes. All right, let me pull up here. I gotta hide anything that says my thing. Let's see, let's see. Okay, I think I can share my screen without it. Oh, never mind. It says the name there of the store. Let me pull up GitHub. I want to see if I can show in here. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to show. Yeah, there's not really much I can show here. It is what it is. What's your favorite Shopify theme? I use Horizon. It's pretty basic, but again, I have everything like very custom made as well. So Can you walk through your product page and explain why each section is there? That's gonna out my product. I don't know if there's a way I can do it. I'm trying to like think of a way that I can like show the store and structure of it, but actually wait. There is a reference store that I can show that is not mine, but the structure of it is pretty similar. Let me pull this up here. And then let me go my history. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm gonna see if I can find it. A reference store. Um, I've gotta have it. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's do share. Can everyone see my screen here? Just type yes in the chat. This is a reference store of kind of what my store's outline looks like, or build looks like. So this is a store right here. This is not my store. Just can put this out there. I want to be able to inspect the element and put this in the mobile view, but it is what it is. But yeah, this is the store that I kind of tried to emulate a little bit, and kind of have my structure built around. It's just product images right here, bundle offers right here. Come down some more. We have like FAQs. We have testimonial type videos from customers. This I like to have on pretty much every single one of my stores because this helps build a lot of trust. So if a customer comes on here, they can go ahead and click this and watch it. It's usually just UGC of people just talking about the product and benefits and things like that. Then we just have more copy here on kind of like how the process of the product works in 30 days. Then we have more customer testimonials. Then we have our product versus other alternatives and why our product is better. Come down more. We just have more trust building right here. Then this one has 3 active ingredients, 1 job. I do not sell a supplement product or anything like that. My product is I'm not going to say what it is. I have my features here of my product. And then you come down here, and then I have a 30-day money back guarantee option right here with my button layout is pretty much the same as this. But this is kind of the layout to my store. Now, again, this is a not my store. And this is also in the like desktop view. If you look at it in the mobile view, it does look different. And usually you always want to optimize your store for mobile. Uh, if I took advantage of the special to list more than 100 products for $39, that's normally 79, but haven't added more products yet, will I still be charged? Um, well, you also got all the other benefits from the offer besides just the 100 products. Um, Alexander, again, what I do is like for me, I have Claude doing a lot of the customizations for me now. But what you can do is you can also do it manually yourself. It doesn't take that long. The only reason I just like to do Claude is just because it is faster. But what I do, I have a reference like that pulled up on. So I have like one very big screen here. I have a reference here on the left, and then I have my Claude on the right. What you would do in this case, if you're going to manually do it, you have your reference here on the left or on the right, wherever you want to do, and then you have your store on the other part of the screen, or if you have 2 screens, whatever you do. And then you look at a certain section that you want to make, and then you go into Shopify, and then you start building that section out. And usually with a lot of the theme sections that are already inside of Shopify, it makes it a lot very, very easy. And even if it's not like identical to the section that you want, if you can build something just like similar enough. Because if you really think about it, for your store, one of the biggest things is just copy is going to be the biggest thing. But the other thing is your product isn't really the main thing that people are buying. They usually end up buying the um, the solution that your product solves. And that's what you're really selling. And a lot of that is done inside of your ad and inside of your copy on your ad, right? So whether that be a video or whether that be a static image ad. So if you have static image ad, um, a lot of the selling is done through the copy of your static image ad. So usually the image of a static image ad is to just grab people's attention. The point of the static image ad is not to sell anybody. The point of your static image ad, the actual image, is to grab people's attention. Once you've grabbed their attention, you now need to have very good copy to persuade people to go to your landing page or your sales page. Then on your sales page, you have more copy and more just trust building assets built throughout the store to get the people to now trust the store. And then they'll go ahead and then they look at your offers, like your bundles and things like that. Now, if you want to take it another step further, you run an ad, and then from your ad, you direct everyone over to like an advertorial where, because people don't like to be sold. So what instead you do is you have an ad. Let's just say you're running a static image ad. You have an image that grabs everyone's attention. Once you grabbed everyone's attention, you then have copy to that kind of persuades them. And usually what I end up doing is just looking at very good performing ads, and then I'll just rip it because it's already currently working. Then I'll have my copy. And then from there, what you can do when you want to take it a step further, usually this is done like when you're scaling, you have your advertorial. So instead of just telling everyone to go over to your sales page and just try and sell them right away, what you do is from your ad, after they read your copy, you just say, learn more or check out this article, whatever it is. And you push everyone over to this article where there, inside of this advertorial, you're just soft selling everyone on your product. So you can then just go through this advertorial and talk about the problems, and then you talk about the solution and the outcome. And then from the advertorial, you push everyone over from your advertorial over to your store. And then by that point, you've already done most of the selling. And then they get to your store and they usually just end up buying it. You just have to have a good offer there in front of them. And the advertorial is just like a soft selling because, again, nobody likes to be sold to. So if you do soft selling through your advertorial, you're able to make more because of that. And your conversion rates go up, and it's just better in general that way. But that does not need to be done at the current moment. What you can do is just have an ad, send everyone to your sales page, so your store. And then once you find winning angles through your ads, then what you can do is create an advertorial around that angle. I know there was a lot that I just dumped on there on you guys. Anyone have any questions? We're 7 minutes over here, but I mean, we're getting a lot of good questions, so I don't mind staying on here longer and answering more questions and things like that. So if anyone has any questions more that they want to ask, again, I know I just dropped so much on you guys just there, so that was good. Thanks for that explanation, of course. You mentioned using ChatGPT to copy a store from a PDF. Can you show us how you actually do that? And we'll access to support like you for this summer offer. So I do a weekly call inside of the Zendrop Academy. So if you do grab the offer, then you will be able to access those weekly coaching calls with me. And then again, if you guys want to go ahead, you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is just my name, Adam Palameke, and I pretty much just create content about e-commerce, dropshipping, things like that. So, but usually what I do to grab a PDF of a copy of other people's store, all you do, you just search up web to PDF on Google, and you'll see a couple sites. And what you can do is just copy the link of the store that you want to copy the link, put it into there, and then it's going to convert it into a PDF. You download the PDF and you can put it into Claude or ChatGPT. I like doing Claude because Claude can kind of connect. But again, if you're building the website through Claude, you need to connect it through GitHub, and that's a process. You can search up on YouTube how to connect GitHub to Shopify to Claude, and there's a video on there. There's a good video on there that pretty much goes over it. I would break it down myself on how to do it, but I honestly don't know how to do it off the top of my head. I kind of just followed the video and it just explained it for me. Because it's pretty technical, but yeah. Is it much better than just GBT? I like ChatGPT better, or jeez, I like Claude better, in my personal opinion. Shopify is not available in my country. Do you have any wallet or payment system that works with Shopify and connects? Yeah, so there's other payment options that you can get connected to your Shopify, so you don't have to use Shopify payments. I believe there's other ones already in Shopify that are recommended, but I don't know any off the top of my head. Jennifer said Claude rocks. Claude does absolutely rock. Me and Claude hang out every single day. Um, and Claude, I've spoken to Claude more than I've spoken to people probably recently, which might not be the best thing, but it is what it is. Any other questions? I know there's a lot. Again, we are a little bit over. If anyone has things to attend to, or if you're busy or things like that, you guys can feel free to jump off the call. This is all going to be recorded, so if you got to go, feel free. But I'll be on here probably. Let's actually set a time limit because I do need to go and do things as well. But this Q&A session is pretty good, so I don't mind staying on here for another 5 minutes. It's 1:10 at it's 1:10. At 1:15, I'm out. And then we have tomorrow's call. So if I drop all the sauce on this call, then there's not going to be any sauce left for tomorrow's call. So I got to save it a little bit. So we're going to set the cap at 1:15. All right. Let's try and speed run a couple questions but before we hop off here. Again, this call is all recorded. Um, so if you guys want to go ahead and watch this call back and all the other calls, those are all recorded. Those are all going to be sent to your email. We'll drop the links to all the previous calls in this chat as well. KW says, thanks, Adam. Of course, of course, of course. Um, let's see, let's see. Me too, better than a therapist. Uh, how would I go about getting someone to look at my account to ensure I'm set up properly? I have the 197 program. So inside of the Zendrop Academy, or inside of the community, we can actually look at your stores. So like on the weekly calls, if you ever wanted to drop the link to your store in there, and then one of us could take a look at it. I do the call. My calls on inside of the community are every Monday, I believe. Every Monday. And then I'm on there. Usually I'm going over a bunch of different topics, whether that be going over creating stores, finding products, ads, whatever it might be, breaking down just strategy in general. I'm on there every Monday. So, and then if you want, we can review your stores on those calls as well. So just take a look inside of the community. There's coaches in there and everything like that that you can ask for help with your store and make sure everything's set up properly. So, Mike, where's your question? I didn't see your question. Why can't I get past the setup page? Still two things to finish. I did them, but won't close them. What setup page? Is it setup page after you signed up for the summer offer? I don't know where you're talking about. Can you say names of valet in Shopify, please, Adam? I don't know what you mean by valet. Step by step after store is built. Is the store already built, Mike? If the store is already built, then you're pretty much done from there. If you go into Shopify and you go to themes and then you click on edit theme on the store that you built already, and it shows up the store, like the AI store build store that it built, then you're pretty much done from there. That's all you got to do. Um, Also, I need more context on your question. I don't know what you mean by your question. I don't know can you say names of valet in Shopify, please? What do you mean by valet? Elsa, I answered that earlier. I don't know what other payment options there are. In Shopify, I believe there's a couple that they offer, but I don't know any international customer payments just because I'm from the US. Just go on, you can ask payments getaway. I don't know what that is, Elsa. The 10 or so steps in setup that check after completing. Yeah, Mike, you're pretty much you can leave those steps alone. You don't need to go ahead and do those. Once you built the store and it's inside of it's on your Shopify account, you're pretty much good from there. In CJ Dropshipping, we have an automatic AI search which you can place an image, then you search and show the product. Can you also do that in Zendrop? Vincent, are you saying like you can take a picture of a product, put it into the search, and then it shows the product that you're looking for? I that would have been a good question for Josh yesterday. I mean, you could maybe try it. I'm not 100% sure though. What you can do is if you find the product, let's say, just copy the name of it and then paste it in Zendrop and then see if it comes up. But I'm not really sh too sure if that's available. Again, that would have been a good question for Josh yesterday on the call. Of course, Vincent. How can we confirm the quality of the product, especially electronic items? So you can order a sample through Zendrop and you can just test it and see if you like it or not. What time is it? I already went over. I went over the time. All right, guys, that's pretty much going to be everything for this call. There was a lot that we went over. We went over another 15 minutes. So again, all of the calls are recorded. So if you guys want the call recordings, go ahead and check your email. You will receive all of the call recordings, and you can go ahead and watch those back and follow along with those. And those will pretty much break down how to build your store, create ads, how to run your store using AI. And then today's call was how to fulfill your orders, and we went over that. So all of these calls are recorded and they will be sent to you as well. Um, but that's pretty much going to be everything for this call. We do have tomorrow's call, which is the final day of the 5-day webinar, which is kind of crazy and went by pretty quick. It's kind of weird that we're already on the last day here. Now, again, we do have that summer promotion offer going on right now. So if you guys do want to claim that summer offer, it's going to be zendrop.com/summer. You'll be able to grab the annual plan while also getting all the extra benefits for joining it. So the link is also going to be in the chat, so you guys can go ahead and grab that as well. But yeah, I believe that is everything. That's going to be everything for this call. Tomorrow's call is going to be at the exact same time as this one, so you guys want to make sure that you go ahead and join that call as well. And yeah, again, if you guys want the offer, zendrop.com/summer, you can go ahead and claim that now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I hope you guys got some good value out of it. I know sometimes I kind of went off on a bit of a tangent on certain topics just because I don't know if I start talking about something that I'm pretty familiar with, kind of enjoy, then I can just keep yapping on forever and ever. So, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this call. Again, hope you guys got some good value out of it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you check your phone. You are going to receive a text message. You're going to receive an email reminder of tomorrow's call. So you want to make sure that you end up joining for that as well. Tomorrow is the last day, so you don't want to miss the last day. We're going to go over how to scale your store using AI and just going over scaling strategies and things like that. We are going to have on special guests for that call tomorrow as well, along with having me on there. So yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I hope everyone has a good rest of their day. And yeah, all right. Later, everyone.